Hi guys. Okay, it is Thursday night. Is it Thursday? No, it's Friday. Friday the 13th, actually, of November. Okay, so I'm going to start off this video by answering, finally, VlogKing Steven's questions that he asked me back in September. I feel really bad that it's taken me this long to respond, but I'm doing it now, so here we go. Okay. Question number 1. What is your favorite color? Depends on my mood. Mostly it's blue. Question number 2. What is your favorite food and drink? I love anything Italian. Also my dad's fried chicken. He makes the best fried chicken in the world. And I'm not much of a drinker. I like water and I like regular Coke. As far as alcoholic drink goes, I love margaritas. Love margaritas. Okay, number 3. What is your favorite genre of music and why? I pretty much can listen to just about anything, but I guess I like rock more than any other kind. Okay. Number 4. What is your favorite genre of movie and why? Definitely horror movies. I've been a horror movie fan since I was a little girl. My dad and I, actually when I was a little girl, would spend either Saturday or Sunday, depending on whichever day my mom would go out, watching really, really cheesy 80s horror movies. And it's one of my favorite childhood memories is watching really bad horror movies with my dad when I was a little girl. Going to these, like, video stores. This was, like, back in the dark ages when it was just VHS cassettes. And there was, like, that was the place to be, was the video store on a weekend, man. Because those places were, like, packed. At least where I was growing up in Florida, they were. And it was a small town, so shut up. Anyway, yeah, so horror movies, definitely. I have a very big space in my heart for cheesy, just laughably bad horror movies. So there. Okay. Scariest movie, TV show, or book you have seen, read, and why? Okay. I can't really think of a book that scared me. There have been a couple movies. The first one that comes to mind is the Blair Witch Project. And I think I talked about this once a long time ago on another video, but having just said that, I used to watch horror movies when I was a little girl with my dad, and my brother before that, when he would babysit me when I was even younger, when I was like 4 or 5 years old, would sit me in front of the TV in front of like Frankenstein and the, Dracula and all that stuff. So it takes a lot to freak me out, because I remember the first time I saw Nightmare on Elm Street, I went to sleep right after. It didn't even faze me at all. But I went to see the Blair Witch Project, and I knew it wasn't real. Let me put that out there right away, because I actually went a couple weeks later with somebody who thought it was real, and she was like scarred for life. But I knew it wasn't real. I had read an article that it was all promotional stunt to try and get people to go see the movie. But the last scene of the Blair Witch Project, where they're down in like the basement of this house in the middle of the woods, and it's just Mike and fuck, what the hell was the girl's name? Heather. Yeah. They're looking for Josh. They hear Josh screaming. They go to this house in the middle of the woods, and they go down into the basement. Mike is convinced that Josh is down in the basement, and then you hear him running, and you hear him yelling, and then all of a sudden it stops. And then all you hear is Heather screaming as she's going down the stairs looking for Mike. And she gets to the end of the stairs, and she looks over to the right, and you see Mike. The hair is standing up on my arms just even thinking about it. I feel really stupid saying this, but yeah, she looks over to the right, and Mike is standing in the corner. And you can't tell if he's dead, or I'm assuming he's already dead, but he's standing in the corner, and that image of him standing in the corner freaked me out so bad. I had nightmares 2 nights after that movie, and that's the first time I think I ever had a nightmare because of a movie. And I actually went back and watched it again not too long ago, and it still freaked me out. I know a lot of people hated that movie, but I loved it. It's one of my favorites of all time. So, and another scary movie probably nobody's ever heard of. It's called Session 9, and it's about these guys who work They remove asbestos. If it sounds like I'm out of breath, it's because I'm still getting over a cold, and when I start talking fast, yeah, whatever. Anyway, yeah, so session 9 is about these guys who remove asbestos, and they go to this abandoned mental institution in the middle of nowhere, and they're by themselves, and all these freaky things happen to them. And there's this two scenes that really, really freaked me out, and I remember I was alone in my house. I was watching it on cable at like 2 o'clock in the morning with all the lights out, and it really freaking freaked me out. That's a really excellent movie, by the way, so if any of you out there like horror movies, check it out. It's called Session 9. Okay, what country would you most like to visit and why? Ireland. Ireland, yeah. Yeah, I've wanted to go there since I was a teenager, so definitely Ireland. Anywhere in Europe, actually. What is your favorite TV show and why? Well, as for shows that are no longer on, it would be The Kids in the Hall, or Queer as Folk. As for shows that are on now, it would be The Office, hands down, The Office. I love that show. Why? Because it's funny. It's stupid and funny. Okay, and do you believe in ghosts? I really don't know. Well, I would like to say that I do because, okay, a lot of you know I take care of my dad, and my dad believes in ghosts, but he never used to. He's only believed in ghosts since my mom died, because he swears up and down that she comes to see him, and she talks to him in the middle of the night, and like if he wakes up from a really bad dream, which he has nightmares sometimes because of side effects of some of his medicine, and if he wakes up in the middle of the night, he says that she comes to him and talks to him and calms him down. And he's also said that he's seen his father, who died a long time ago, and so my dad believes, and yeah, that's a whole other thing with me, because, you know, it kind of gets into the whole gray area, because when my mom died, it was very painful for me, and my mom and I were not on very good terms when she died. So for a while, it used to upset me when my dad would say that he would see my mom. I never once like questioned what my dad says, because, you know, my dad is like the most, you know, down to earth, you know, just like by the books, you know, completely non-wacko person I've ever met in my life. And for him to say something like that, I believe, you know, that at least to him it's real. So, whatever, I'm getting off on a tangent. So, yeah, I would like to believe in ghosts. My dad believes in them. So, yeah. Okay, do you have any phobias? Yes, I'm very, 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 very afraid of heights and clowns. I'm not kidding. I have a fear of clowns. I swear, they're freaky, they're evil. They're evil. I have never met a clown that was not evil. Okay? And I don't know if it has more to do with Stephen King's It, or the frickin' clown doll in the Poltergeist movie. I don't know which screwed me up more. Okay, and the last song is, what is your favorite song by Susie and the Banshees? Yes, I love Susie and the Banshees. They were one of my favorite bands when I was growing up. Probably Ornaments of Gold, because Peep Show is one of my top 5 favorite albums ever still, and that's always, when I go and I listen to that album, that's usually the first song I listen to, because it's just like the coolest song in my opinion. Okay, so there you go. Finally, I'm sorry again that it took me so long to answer your question, Stephen. But thank you for being such a faithful viewer of my lame-ass videos. I really appreciate it. So, since I babbled so much, I think I'm going to do a second video to talk about the other thing I was going to talk about on here, because I'm probably almost up to my 10 minutes anyway. Okay, so, and if any of you out there have any questions you want to ask me, I love them, and I promise that I won't take like 2 months to answer the questions this time. So you can either leave me a video response with some questions, which I would love, or you can just leave them as a text comment, and I will answer them the next time. Okay, so thanks, and bye!